Hello learners, this is Habiba with UGC Net Paper 2 Education Unit 3 Learner and Learning Process with the subtopic Mental Health and Mental Hygiene. Today we are going to discuss about mental health and hygiene, which is very important for the development of any personality. You may be quite aware about the term health. We generally understand it in terms of effective physical condition of functioning of the body. That means how our body functions effectively. That means physical condition, with good physical condition. When we use the concept of health with reference to mind, we use the term mental health. That means health with the combination of mental ability together, that is mental health. In fact, we need both physical as well as mental health. You must be aware that body can only function well when the condition of mind is balanced and healthy. Obviously, when our mind is healthy, we think healthy. So, mental health is very important for any individual. In this lesson, you will learn about the meaning of mental health and hygiene. You will also learn about the behaviors and practices which indicate poor mental health as well as those which promote good health. So, let's discuss about it. Now, first of all, let's understand the concepts of mental health and hygiene. Health is often used to refer to a state of physical, mental, social and spiritual well-being of the individual. That means if a person is healthy, how his personality should be: physically fit, mentally fit, socially and spiritual well-being also very important of the individual. Thus, mental health is one of the components of the broad concept of health. Health is a broad concept, and in that health, mental health is one part of it. So, it is concerned with an optimum level of emotional and behavioral adjustment of the individual. It is a state of maintaining harmony or balance between the needs, desires, aspirations and attitudes of the individual with respect to the prevailing conditions in the external environment. Obviously, if a person is not happy, mentally he is not fit, then he won't be able to think properly. Maintaining harmony will become difficult, and balances are very important. That means whatever needs, desires, aspirations are there, and attitudes also will change of the person if the person is not healthy enough mentally. So, the term mental hygiene is closely related to mental health. That means mental health and mental hygiene, both of them are closely related. We use the term hygiene to refer to keeping oneself and one's living and working areas neat and clean in order to prevent illness and disease. Obviously, if we want to prevent diseases or illnesses, we should be hygienic in conditions. So, when we extend this concept to the domain of mind, it stands for the art of developing, maintaining and promoting necessary behavioral, emotional and social skills to sustain good, effective and efficient mental health. So, to keep our mental health in good condition, what we should do? One can achieve this by following some basic strategies at mental and behavioral levels in one's daily life. So, let's understand what are all those. Number one, reality contact. That means in order to maintain good and sound mental health, it is important to have a realistic appraisal of one's own reactions, that is emotions and abilities. If you are in touch with reality, you may be able to avoid a number of disappointments and frustrations in your daily life. Obviously, if we are touch in our facts, reality, if we accept reality, then definitely we won't have any disappointments and frustrations in our daily life. Next one is impulse control, which is very important. A person with healthy adjustment would have good control over his or her behaviors and impulses. So in order to maintain good mental health, it is necessary that you should be in complete control over your impulsive behaviors. Obviously, we have seen a number of people, they control their impulses so easily, they react to things very easily and very fast. So that is, control of our impulse is very important. If we don't like the perception of somebody also, we should not immediately react. Think before why they might have said so. So put your legs in other shoes. That means understand the feelings of others, then you will not lose your impulses. That is, impulse control is very important. Then self-esteem, that is the awareness about oneself, is called self-concept. That means knowing about my weaknesses, my strength, that is self-concept. It includes all the statements about I or me expressed in terms of feelings, beliefs and values. Thus, self-concept is sum total of all that a person is aware about his or her own self. Self-esteem is the evaluative component of self. The personal evaluation of self could be either positive or negative. A sense of personal adequacy or positive self-concept is essential for mental health. If we know ourselves very well, that means we know about our feelings, our beliefs, our value system, then we will be very satisfied in our life. We should take both positive and negative things together. Positive, well and good. Negative, we should try to improve in positive way. So a sense of personal adequacy or positive self-concept is very, very essential for mental health. Then positive thoughts, obviously. The quality of mental health depends on whether we direct our thoughts in positive or negative ways. Negative thoughts generate negative emotions such as anger, hate, jealousy, fear and despair. The effect of such negative emotions on our mind is unhealthy. They also harm the endocrine system. So we should always think positively. Positivity only can give healthy and happy life to any individual. So direct ourselves to positive thoughts. Therefore, in order to maintain good mental health, we need to develop the power of positive thinking, which generates positive emotions such as love, joy, happiness, hope, compassion, empathy, and optimism in us. Such emotions strengthen our capacity to cope with various life challenges. So now let's understand mental health and mental ill health and mental illness. What are all these terms? In order to understand mental health in a better way, you are also required to know the meaning of mental ill health and mental illness. Mental ill health is defined as the absence of the qualities of positive mental health in the individual. Just now we understood what is mental health. If we have positive thinking, positivity in us, mental health is good. If those things are not there, everything negative thoughts, negative feelings, then that is ill health, that is mental illness. For example, if someone among you often displays negative feelings and attitudes about others, you can assume that this person is displaying the characteristics of mental ill health. We don't think about ourselves actually. We judge others. That means this person's mental health is not good. Mental illness is a broad term which includes almost all the disorders of behavior which are caused by the faulty perception, emotion, thinking and attitude. Such individuals have problems in making adjustment with others in the society. Having mental health is not a problem at all. But how to tackle with and how to think about those persons, how can we cure that mental illness, that is very important. So what are all the things caused for this mental health, we should diagnose first. Now let's understand the indicators or signs of poor mental health. As human beings, we are required to maintain sound mental health. However, we develop certain behaviors and habits which can lead to a poor state of mental health. Obviously, our habits are not good. Our mental health will go in a poor state. Such behaviors range from mild irritation to severe forms of anxiety and depression. So many children go to these kind of anxieties and depression. Why? Their mental health is not good. They take tensions so easily. If they are not studying well, they will take it as a very big problem and they feel anxiety and depressed. That should not be there. The main behaviors which indicate poor mental health are as follows. Let's understand. Number one, haphazard and disorganized daily life routine. Obviously, if our daily routine is not proper, getting up early in the morning, having some exercise or yoga, and then taking breakfast and core routine works continuously, we should have a proper organized daily life. If it is not there, that means that is a poor mental health. Then short-tempered and irritating behavior. Obviously, if a person is behaving in short-tempered manner, that is poor health condition. Anger and aggressive behavior, restlessness, increased or poor appetite and indigestion, irregular sleeping patterns such as insomnia, then disturbed sleep or narcolepsy, excess sleep, that means poor interpersonal relationships, anxiety and worry, negative attitude towards self and others, withdrawing from relationships, irregular and abnormal physiological conditions, example blood pressure, heart palpitation and pulse rate, etc. Then excessive use of drugs, example alcohol, tranquilizers and hallucinogens, etc. Then cigarette smoking and use of tobacco in other forms also is a poor health condition. The above may cause threat to mental health. If an individual is frequently involved in such behaviors or remains in a particular state for a long period, then it is more likely that he or she may develop various kinds of mental disorders. Now, behaviors which sustain good health. Till now we understood how we get this mental illness, what are the causes of it. Now let's understand the behaviors which sustain good health. In modern, like scientific and technological advances have created many facilities for comfort. Obviously, this is a technical world. We have n number of facilities for us. However, if we develop dependency on them, our lifestyle becomes very sedentary and fragile. In order to overcome the risks involved in such a life, we should observe certain precautions and engage in behaviors which promote and sustain good health. For example, children take so much time watching the mobiles or TV or playing games on the internet and all. So that will take to ill health. Now, Ayurveda, the science of Indian medicine, deals with 4 aspects of lifestyle which can ensure good health in us. These include right food, that is ahara, then right recreation, that is vihara, right routine, that is achara, and right thinking, that is vichara. Observing certain practices ensures a healthy and happy life. Let's examine each of these aspects in detail. Number 1, food, that is ahara. Food is the most important aspect of life. Compared to non-vegetarian food, vegetarian food is safe and invigorating for a healthy body. For better health, one must eat fresh fruits and vegetables with enough fiber content, which makes mental health very important. Then routine, that is achara. That means routine consists of 3 kinds of activities in which an individual indulges in. These are taking food and doing activities as per the seasonal demands called Ritucharya. It means taking food and doing activities in accordance with seasons. So the routine of our life is also very important. Then recreation, that is vihara, doing exercise and morning walk are the most important components of recreation. It makes the body light and strong. It increases the immunity, resistance power of the body and capabilities to work. During exercise, toxins of the body are excreted with perspiration. It increases the appetite of the individual. The health problems such as heart disease and diabetes are also controlled by daily exercise. Then next one is thinking, the fourth one, that is vichara. We also understood thinking also depends on mental health. Sound and positive mental health can only be maintained with right kind of thinking. A person who is mentally fit and healthy has self-satisfaction. Excuse me. Accommodative intellect, ability to accept criticism, understanding of the emotional needs of others and self-control. So let's conclude today's topic. The term health refers to a state of physical, mental, social and spiritual well-being of the individual. Mental health is one of the most important components of the broad concept of health. It is concerned with an optimum level of excuse me, level of emotional and behavioral adjustment of the individual. The term mental hygiene, that is refers to keeping oneself and one's life and working areas neat and clean in order to prevent illness and disease. When we extend this concept to the domain of mind, it stands for the art of developing, maintaining and promoting necessary behavioral, emotional and social skills to sustain good mental health. Now, mental ill health is defined as the absence of the qualities of positive mental health in the individual. Mental illness is a broad category which includes all the disorders of behavior which are caused by faulty perception, emotions, thinking and attitude. Now, lastly, Ayurveda, the science of Indian medicine, deals with the 4 aspects of lifestyle we discussed just now, which sustain good health in us. These are the ahara, that is food, recreation, vihara, routine, achara and thinking, that is vichara. Observing certain practices related to them ensures a healthy and happy life. So, we come to the end of this session. Thanks for your attention and time. As motivation, please do like, share, subscribe and comment below. Happy learning.